everybody and welcome back to our channel, and this is the I-20 and thank you ever so much for your beautiful and amazing support. So welcome into our hour 2 guide, and this is a guide where we show you what we believe as being suited farms, from easy farms all the way up to the most complicated farms as well. So in the last episode, as you can see behind me, we did the iron farm with 5 villagers and no zombie. And of course, in today's episode, we will be covering on how to make a sugarcane farm, which is this one right here. This is a 4-sided area covering of 32 spots for your sugarcane, and only uses 4 observers. Now you can actually do this if you manage to get into an area of nether, because you will need quartz to make your observers. So let's very quickly go down and actually see what you are needing to make these items. So let's pop down there right now. Just like this. So first of all, let's just go through what you actually needing to do the build. So you will need 32 dirt. You will need 2 stacks of glass, 9 chests, 16 uppers, which is quite valuable because you will need your iron, so your iron farm is great for that. 8 observers if you are wanting to go over 2 floors, but I'm actually going to be using 4, so do use 4. 16, that should actually be 32 pistons right there. So let's get that sorted. So yes, you will need 32 pistons for that right there. So let's just get that sorted. So there we go. So you will need 32 pistons, 8 on each side, so that's 8, 16, then 32 because of the 4 sides. You will need 36 redstone, and then 4 stacks, almost 5 stacks of your building block, and then 2 composters. You will also need then 32 sugar canes, and then also 4 buckets of water as well. So to do these here, what you will be needing, this here is actually just based on 16, but just double it up to the necessary part of being 32. So on the right hand side, you've got your set out there on how to make it. So you will need your cobblestone, your iron, your redstone, and also your ore planks. Just double these up here. So you will actually need in total of 96 oak planks. You will need 2 stacks of cobblestone, 30 redstone, and 30 iron to get your initial amount of pistons which you will need. So quite a good start with that. For your observers, you will need 16 redstone, 8 quartz or nether quartz, these crystals bits here, 48 cobblestone, and on the right hand side on how to make it in your crafting table. So 3 cobblestone top and bottom, 2 redstone, then 1 quartz, the nether quartz there. Then you will need 16 uppers, which is a stack of iron plus 16 chests, and you will need to set it out like this here with a Y and the chest being in the middle 3 there. You will then need your 9 chests, just in case and that you never played Minecraft before, but I've chucked it in anyway. You will need 9 chests, that's 64 planks plus 16, and it's just 8 planks in a 0 kind of shape there. You will also need your glass as well, so your 2 stacks of glass, I would recommend for your furnace, which is actually placed over here, you will need 8 cobblestone for this and placed in a symbolization like that, and then 2 stacks of sand, and then you smelt that down, then you get your 2 stacks of glass, which you will need. And then also here as well with your composter, and you will need 2 of these, and so that's 14 oak slabs, and it's then just a U shape over to the right hand side there. So that is what you will need to build. Now with this, we are actually just going to be nabbing these here. So we're going to be starting off first of all is with our cobblestone. Now you do need a 19 by 19 square area, so this will be 3 extra blocks wider than an actual Minecraft chunk, which is 16 by 16. This is actually a 19 by 19 size. And what we're going to be doing is, on each corner, we're actually going to be doing a 4 by 4 area on each corner, which we're not going to be building in. So we can initially kind of like indicate that out right now to where we're actually going to be building this first initial part for this. So we're needing 4 by 4, I think it was. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Right, just like that. So you do need a 4 by 4. So that's your corner plus your 3 in, then over to 1. Okay, just like this here. So 1, 2, 3, corner 4 up above your 5th. Okay, so that's just to indicate whereabouts your first bit is going to go. So down at the bottom, we do need to build 11 across. Now the 11 across is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're needing to build that straight across on our front area. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then you will have 3, then your 4th one there. In the middle, we're needing to come out by altogether of 8. Now, by coming out by 8, that is going to be the length of your water when it spreads. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then here we're leaving number 9 empty. Then come on to number 10 here, which is actually the 11th. And this is your first initial area here sorted. So then on this side here, we then do it again by 11. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then here is 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then just do that up to there. Bring that around. Then this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then here we're needing to come back out onto there as well to make that square. Then 11 here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then on the inside, it's then 8. Now, I like to do it all going the same way because that's what I actually prefer. But you can really do this in any way. Just make sure that the water is not placed above this gap here. It's always placed on the other side. Because that just helps it to manage a lot more better. Now, this is going to be where the water goes on top of this here. So we can actually then start building up the eye levels for this ready. So we're going to come up by 3 there. Then here we're going to come up. Then block that one off there. And we're going to do that all the way around with this here. Then block that one off. Then here. Back by 3. Here. Back by 3. Then the beginning. back by 3, and the same here, back by 3, block the front off, then again to there. Now what we then need on top is that we're needing to get our dirt or grass, depending which one you are going to have, and we're actually then going to come across by the 8. So it needs to finish at this block here. So 8, 9, then 10, then the end is 11. And we need to come across all the way on all 4 sides. So this is where the sugarcane is actually going to go. So you do need water to make sure that the sugarcane can grow. And this is why we're placing these in first. Now what we're then needing to do is to place then a block there on each side of these. And then we're then going to come up by another 1. We're then going to bring this out all the way over to the 8 on each one of these. So 1 there. Bring it in by 1 just to help you. Then into here just like this. And then here again on the back. And then we're then going to bring it out by the 8. And this is where your pistons are going to be. So your pistons are going to be sitting on top of these. Okay. And then they're going to bounce out and knock all your sugarcane down from the top part. So we can now just build these up a little bit higher. So try and do this as you like going along so that you don't have to keep jumping down to sort it out. Now, I know that 5 stacks of cobble is probably going to be a pain, but you might get that while you're actually mining anyway for like iron and etc. So that's that. Now what we're needing to do, I need that. We're then needing to then get our pistons. Now we need 32 pistons, and now to place these down, we are going to come here. We're going to look at the back of this one and then place them down. We're needing 8 pistons. So this is the second level where your sugarcane is going to grow, and this is the first one. Your first level will never be affected, so it's always going to be the second and above which is going to be affected, and this is where your observer comes into play. Now with the observer coming into play, it will look out for the transition of each bit where you actually place it. Now you could actually place it in the middle or either end or whereabouts you want on each of one of these 8. So I like to try and keep it down where the exit area is going to be, and that for the water part, so here. So what I then do is I always place it here. So to place this, you need to then look at the back end, which is actually front end of the piston, but back here is back end. Place it down with a dot facing into this square and the eyes looking through to this front area. And that's what we're going to do here on all 4 of these bits. Yet again, I just like placing them here because it's easier to like get to if needed, but it's a lot more simpler that way. So that is what you're then needing. Now, a lot of people will say that you need these across all 8 on each level. Technically, you don't need to, and you can actually get away actually with 1 observer. I like to use 4 on this because it makes it look a lot more nicer for that reason. So here we're actually going to now very quickly place 1 block there, and we're going to bring this up, and then here on this side. So we've got this side here between the on the side of the dirt actually filled, and this is then going to come up to level area here, and then we're going to place 1 there like so, then another 1 there, and this is just to make it look a lot nicer. This is It's got really nothing to do with how it functions. It's just to make things a lot nicer to look at. That's really the only reason why that we use that. So here we're actually going to now place blocks, your chosen building blocks, all the way around the edging here. And by doing this, we can then actually then place our redstone on top of these. And then we can then look at then placing the rest of the cobblestone around to finish it off. So here we're going to then grab our redstone and we're going to just use one. Of course, we are in creative mode for this, so it makes it a bit easier. But what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And we're going to do this all the way down. Now, to test this, you can just do that and then just see if it connects up, and it does. And then just go around on each one of these here, all the way around. It doesn't matter if it's all unconnected because it would only travel so far anyway. So if we just very quickly again test this, right, and it will do all four sides with it, which is perfectly fine. So this is why I'm saying you can actually get away with just having one observer for this. That's the initial place for that. But trust me, it's just so much nicer just to have a four, personally. And then what we then just do, we're then going to come round and we're going to build this up. And we are going to make this look a bit more nicer, of course, as we're like going along. But we're just needing to sort out this top end here above the pistons. Then we're then going to come up again by one more block above the piston and the observer. And by doing that, we can then place now these side bits in. Okay, the glass is only going to come up to this level where this observer is, so you can actually just place literally like a little roof on, and this is where you need to choose your little base area. But you can actually, if you wanted to, just to look it up by maybe one more if you're wanting to, if you are using certain lights which need to be dangling. So that's what we're going to do here with this one. And this is what we're going to then do all the way around on all four sides. And as we're doing this, we are literally slowly bringing it round. And keep in mind, we want in technically two blocks, but we use stairs just to make that one unspawnable. So that's what we are using there. Now, if you are wanting this to go up at extra level, this bit here, just make sure that you've got a space there empty. And I'll actually show you on how to do your next level up as well. This is why I'm not placing too much emphasis on the lighting at this moment of time, because it just makes things a lot more easier. So let's get this here finished off very quickly. So let's just jump into a time lapse and we'll see you very shortly. So that's now all being built up. Okay, and we're just needing to make sure that we've got the front bit there sorted, and that's perfectly fine. We can just do that now very quickly on each one of these. Then we're needing to then get a glass and then also our water buckets. So like I said, you do need 4 lots of water because it's got 4 sides. And if you've got 2 levels, then you then need 8 buckets of water. So let's just grab our glass. So we now no longer need that. We no longer need that one, nor need that one at this time, and for dirt as well at this time. So let's just grab our water and also our glass. Our glass is going to come down to the bottom, and then our water is going to go to there. Alright, and it stops at the 8th block. And we're going to do this on all 4 sides here. And with this, we are then going to then start placing in our sugarcane. And when we do that, we can then just very quickly show you on how to do the next floor up. So pretty much it is the same, right? You just need to do a double level here with like glass, and just make sure that the water is just flowing, and just make sure back here as well, and you've actually got your dirt on this level here next to this part. But I'll just, like I said, I will show you that one anyway, and just to get that sorted, so you know what it generally looks like as well. So we're going to place that into there, and then we're then going to go and get our sugarcane. So it's like I said, you do need altogether of 32 sugarcane, which is 4 times the 8 for that. Now we're going to do this here very quickly. Now I have actually got a faster tick on this one, so it grows a lot quicker. But what we're going to do here very quickly is that we're actually going to be grabbing our first upper and our first chest. So our first upper and our first chest are going to go down here, right? And we are actually going to then place our chest to here, just like this. And then up here, we're then going to crouch, and we're then going to place the upper facing into that container there, the chest area there. Okay, and that is just the normal basic sugarcane. Now, if you're wanting to do a composter with to get your bone meal, okay, you do need to go down 1 extra level, okay, for this. So we're going to go down 1 extra level, and we're then going to dig it out this way. And what this does now, okay, because we've got dropper, composter, but we then need to go down by 1 more, okay. And then from there, we will then place our chest down at the bottom. If I can get the chest placed, there we go. So we're going to come back up here very quickly, and we're then going to place our first chest of our first upper down into the chest, like so. We then need to place the composter on top of there, and then we're then needing then upper on top of that, and that is then the bone meal farm as well. So you can actually do a bone meal farm plus a sugarcane farm very, very easily for this. Now you will always get some return with this. Now this is not a pure lossless farm. You will get some loss on it. That's just one of those things with this kind of farm. It does happen. So I'm not going to be saying that it's not 100% lossless, because it is a little bit loss on this farm, but that's okay. That's okay. You don't need to worry too much about the farm losing too much, because you still get a really good return on that. And from being in this area, from building that there, and also today being in the render distance of this farm, this here has been operating while I've been here. And I did actually empty out the chest before recording today. So there has actually been a quite a bit of the sugarcane and also bone meal coming through as well. Now you can actually do a bone meal on this side here. That's why I said I like to get 2 composters, because that's just a lot more nicer for it. And we do need to use stairs for them, or you can actually use the glass actually. The glass will still allow you to open up the chest as well, and then you can actually still see in wherever you are with that, especially in here. So let's just very quickly pop back around here. Let's get this upper placed into here quickly, get back out of here and then just finish placing this down. Now that we've done that, okay, we can now start looking at this top part here now for the other level build. Now this front bit here is going to be for the glass. This is actually for the water to be seen. Okay, this here is to stop it from running off. And then here on this 3rd row here, this is where your dirt's actually going to go. And the dirt is going to be quite valuable actually for this. So we're going to leave these here, and let's just grab a piece of dirt right now. So we have got water, and then let's have a look here. So we need water there, and we then need a piece of dirt here. We then need to then build up one more again. Okay, and this is actually going to then be for the pistons then to go on top. And just like as down below, you need to make sure that you've got your pistons facing outwards. So then I don't have to go all the way back down there. Let's just grab these from one here very quickly. So literally the pistons yet again on this side, look at the back, and then just go straight along. And then for the observer, just on this side here, facing them that to the front of the piston with a red dot at the back, and that is then the placement of the observer. So let's just finish this here off. Now this here will need its own secondary redstone. Now you could actually link this into down at the bottom if you are wanting to. That can be easily done, but it just really all depends what you're actually looking at for that. So let's get a light. So I'm actually going to just use a stream light for this, just to show you what it looks like from underneath as well as on top. So we're going to place a stream light there and a stream light there. Okay, and this is just based on the new mechanics for the 118 with mob spawning and etc. And then this here will then just fall all the way down there into that upper there. And that is literally your second place for your farm done. Really, really easy. Yes, it may be quite resource intensive. Some of these builds what I am going to be doing are not resource friendly, I will say. but they do look really, really amazing, especially when they're built up like a couple eye like that, and they just look really, really amazing for this kind of build. So let's just chuck on the redstone just like this, straight across, and boom. So yeah, so that is literally the two height level there. That's the one level. Okay, and you can actually dig down, come in, do like a stairwell coming up onto each level, and you can actually do this however high you want it to be. So let's just show you very quickly on what you can actually get in a short period of time. So altogether, this is equivalent to around about I'd probably say around about 6 hours amount. So in this one here, you got 41 bone meal in this chest. You then got almost a full row of sugarcane, so 9. So this is 10 stacks plus 24. This here is 6 stacks plus 38, and this here is 34. So you can actually get just over 1 stack of bone meal and approximately around about 14-15 stacks of sugarcane, with approximately around about 6 hours, if you kind of like within the render distance. And of course, the higher you go up, the more you're going to get. So it does seem a lot more work, and yes, it is a lot more work, but trust me, it is really, really amazing to have this kind of farm on your world. It should be okay on a server because you're not using too much of a redstone actually on there, and this is just such a beautiful build to do anyway. So that is actually the end of this one anyway, for this episode. But if you are wanting to find out what other things you can do on your world at the beginning, this is more of a bit of a fans if you have actually got into the nether and you can get the nether quartz. This is actually a really good farm for that. So on the next episode, we will be going into how to get your cobblestone generators so that you don't have to go mining. You can place all your farms into one area and keep mining all your cobblestone and still get these 2 farms here working to its full efficiency while you're there doing that and sleeping, of course, to stop the literally zombies coming in to attack you and all the phantoms and that. So yeah, so in the next episode we will be going into a cobblestone generator design, which is actually really quite good, and we'll then be going into then for a few episodes after that is how to make a automatic farm using villagers, which will also generate of course food, including bone meal as well. So that is actually quite a good little design for that one. And then also a water flow redstone food as well, which you do need to plant in personally. So till next time, thank you so much. Yeah, for that last bit again, and take to one last. So until next time, thank you so much, and that to all of you. If you've not already done so, please do give us a beautiful subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you can then be notified when we upload a brand new video. And let's get this video up to 10 likes. And yet again, thank you to all of you. Please do stay safe in 2022. So yet again, my name is VI20. And as always, from myself to you, it's a ciao ciao for now. And I see you all later. Ow!